Yeah! Anything else I missed? Yeah, she got some more jail coming. I think she parked in a handicap spot out front. Give her some more time. Hi, my name is Reese Waters. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the page. And special shout out to all of my brand new members. This is Who Raised Y'all, where we spotlight those specific individuals doing their part to make our country worse. You know, the kinds of people that'll be asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates. Today's nominee, former Colorado County Clerk Tina Peters. Now, Peters, who espoused the false conspiracy theory that Trump lost the 2020 election due to ballot fraud, was sentenced Thursday to 9 years in prison for crimes related to a breach of her county's voting system. 9 years? Good Lord, that's a lot of group showers. And to think, it was all good just a year ago.
All right, Tina!
Give him the information. This is a rock star.
Right, she is.
In fact, apparently it was all good just a few weeks ago.
What do you think the chances are that you and or Donald Trump are in prison a year or two from now?
Well, I'll tell you, if I thought I was going to prison, I would probably be on the beach somewhere.
And now look at you.
Donald Trump, please save me. Please save me, Donald Trump, please.
That's right. The only thing that can save you now is a Trump pardon, but what can you do to help him?
With a felony, here I am standing for voter integrity and voter truth, and with a felony, I can't even vote.
No, I'm sorry, Tina. Them's the breaks. If you can't help him, he won't help you. We have almost 80 years of evidence to that fact. Huh? Oh, the hostages in January 6th? Yeah, a lot of them still in jail. Oh, why he plays them at the rallies? Oh, yeah. No, he does that because he wants to continue to assert that he did not lose the election. That is not for them. That is for his ego. That is why they still hostages. By the way, the person who used that badge was affiliated with Mike Lindell, the CEO of MyPillow, and a leading proponent of the claim that Trump's defeat for the second term was due to ballot fraud. Now, if you're like me, you're thinking, well, why isn't he being held accountable? Oh, don't worry. He gonna get his.
Mr. Lindell, how much have you raised for Tina Peters' legal defense fund?
I just put all the money in myself.
How much is it?
I don't know. I probably put in 3, 4, 5, maybe $800,000 of my own money.
$800,000 of his own money that he threw away on Tina Peters' defense. Man, that is a lot of pillows. They gonna have to start selling those pillows in commissary to make that money back.
That's why I invented MyPillow.
And now this man can't even walk around looking like himself.
257,000 votes. This happened last week. A judge ruled in Georgia.
I would also be embarrassed. I can't fault him for that, actually. Now, Peters, who had requested probation, told the judge before being sentenced, "I've never done anything with malice to break the law. I've only wanted to serve the people of Mesa County." And apparently, by people of Mesa County, she means one person in Mesa County. It never ceases to amaze me the disconnect that happens with people who engage in this kind of behavior, yet always want to assert American idealism and American exceptionalism. You always want to say that you can do what you want to do for the greater good and you shouldn't be subject to the tyranny of the deep state, etc., 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 QAnon conspiracy theory. But yet, this is the greatest country in the world because we are by the people and for the people. Also, special shout out to Mark, one of my subscribers and members, who emailed me and made sure I didn't miss a moment of this story. Like this part.
Okay, Randy, put your cup down and turn around. Ma'am?
Let go of me. You let go of me. Let go of me. Let go of me. Let go of me. Oh no. Let go of me. Go. It hurts. Let go of me. Give me my
You're not it. Do you understand?
Stop it. No, let go of me. Yes, you are, Caleb. Give me my key to my car. Give me my key to my car. Give me my key to my car. Give it to me. Give me my key.
Stay out of here. Step outside for me, please.
Take my purse. Let go of me. You're hurting me. And I'm going to show all the bruises that you put on me.
If you're not going to cooperate, you'll be charged with obstructing.
Let go of me.
Understand that.
You let go of me now.
No, ma'am.
You're bruising me. Let go
Stop
of
pulling
me.
against us.
I'm not pulling against you. Let go of me.
Stand up like an adult.
Shut up. What an thing to say to me.
You know what, Mark? I think I might have missed something. Mark, you got any more angles?
Let go of me. Let go of me. Let go of me. Oh no. Let go of me. It hurts. Let go of me. Give me my teeth. Understand. Stop it. No, let go of me. Yes, you are. Give me my key to my car. Give me my key to my car. Give me my key to my car. Give it to me. Give me my key.
There it is, but I can't figure out why she didn't just comply. You know, like why treat our public servants in such a disrespectful way? You know, I guess that's how they was raised. You know, I guess it was how that was raised. You know, just that issue with it happens young. It happens with them young. But ultimately, I know what y'all came for: the sentencing and Judge Matthew Barrett. Take it away, Judge.
Here, the defense has, and Ms. Peters in particular, has remained quite defiant, which is her right, but certainly not helpful for her lot today. And in arguing why I should impose a particular sentence, she tells me about her ailments, her loss, her struggles in life. But in reality, for those of you who may have been here earlier this morning and seen some of the folks who've occupied that chair before Ms. Peters, there could be not much in the way of a comparison in terms of the type of sympathy one would extend to Ms. Peters.
Now I'm gonna have to stop you right there, Judge. So she, throughout her life experiences, in order to plead for leniency, while at the same time continuing to be defiant that she did nothing wrong. Okay, so you're advocating for your ability to continue to behave in such a way, because you can't change your past. So if you're not going to change your mindset, you're going to cell block D.
For what she's done, they should lock her up.
I would also like to highlight the fact that this kind of plea for leniency would generally go best with, I don't know, struggling to survive, some sort of theft to support your family, some sort of self-defense, and I reacted based on the trauma of my past. Not, hacking a voting machine.
Those folks didn't have 4 lawyers representing them. They didn't have a team of assistants helping them. They're not getting rides in private jets all over the country. No, the people who sit in that chair suffer, generally speaking, immeasurable trauma in life, struggle mightily with alcohol abuse, substance abuse, mental health struggles, family loss. They come from broken homes. The cards they were dealt were never the cards that you were dealt, Ms. Peters. So when I hear you discuss your husband, who sadly passed away recently, your family struggles, and your son, who served our country admirably and made the ultimate sacrifice.
Now here's where I gotta break with the judge. This is one of the things that drives me up a wall, where people are able to get lesser sentences, or in many cases get off because of their relationships in the community and their reputation, which, by the way, in many cases is the thing that enabled them to commit the crimes. So because they should have known better and you expected more from them, they get less? Make that make sense. And yes, police, this applies to you too.
What you've done here and after, your lies are well documented, and these convictions are serious. I'm convinced you would do it all over again if you could. You're as defiant as a defendant as this court has ever seen. You don't have those histories of drug and alcohol abuse. There's no lifetime of trauma, not even close to the type of mitigating circumstances I would see from many folks who sit in that chair. No, to the contrary, Ms. Peters, you are a privileged person. You are as privileged as they come. And you use that privilege to obtain power, a following, and fame. And to be sure, there's no doubt in my mind that it's exactly what you wanted, and it defies all sense of common sense to believe when you suggested to me a few moments ago that you didn't want this attention. No, you crave it, ma'am. And there is no one in this courtroom who would consider that to be anything other than the absolute truth.
Preach! Preach! Take your time, Pastor.
But to get to the point of what it is that you did here, it's my impression distinctly that you never took your job of clerking particularly seriously. You didn't complete the certification. One scandal after another followed you in your time as the clerk. And ultimately, it was a belief that the echo chamber in which you live couldn't be wrong, among other things, that led you to do what you did here.
No, don't break it up. No. Let them fight. No, let them get it out their system.
That led you to do what you did here. This thought process, unfortunately, seems to consume so many in our country, regardless of race, gender, political affiliation, or the like, that what it is we hear and think can't possibly be wrong. There are many things in my mind that are crystal clear about this case. You are no hero, you abused your position, and you're a charlatan who used and is still using your prior position in office to peddle a snake oil that's been proven to be junk time and time again. In your world, it's all about you. But at bottom, this case was about your corrupt conduct and how no one is above the law. No one in this country has absolute power. Your position as a clerk and recorder, a constitutional position, does not provide you with a means by which to do your own investigation, to not listen to the judiciary, to not listen to the executives higher than you, to not listen to the legislature who sets the law as it may be. This is nonsense.
Now I gotta break with you there, Judge. I appreciate what you're putting down, but it ain't hard to see where she got the idea that she didn't have to listen to anybody and that she was above the law, and because she knows better that she would be saved and sanctified by her Lord and Savior Donald Trump. I mean, really, it's very easy to see why these people move and react this way.
I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian.
And yes, that's exactly what we have unleashed in our society. Thanks, MAGA. Well done.
Our system of government can't function when people in government think that somehow, some way, The power they've been given is absolute in all respects, and that's where you fell.
So funny that he would say that in Colorado, because I believe y'all have a congresswoman who thinks exactly that.
A recent report states that Americans own 46% of the world's guns. I think we need to get our numbers up, boys and girls.
You have no respect for the checks and balances of government. You have no respect for this court. You have no respect for law enforcement. And you do not have respect for your fellow colleagues when you were a clerk and recorder who weren't lockstep in your beliefs.
And thank you for including law enforcement in that, because yes, right wing, your assertions that you are independent of the rights and responsibilities of a just society because you call it the deep state also puts you at odds with law enforcement. I know that you convinced yourself that you can simultaneously stand outside the law and back the blue, but in actuality, those are two completely competing ideas. We learned that in school a long time ago, back when schools was regulated. But I guess if you guys get your way and you kill the Department of Education, y'all won't ever have to learn that.
Indeed, just weeks before trial, you were apparently doing what I mentioned earlier, that is over at the clerk and recorder's office where you're not supposed to be, violating the protection order by speaking to employees of that entity with your camera crew in tow.
I'm sorry, did he just say that she violated her protection order with a camera crew? She filmed herself violating the protection order? You need to give her some more time, Judge. Because that's contempt. That is contempt. It might not be, if it ain't contempt of court, it's contempt of you.
You have no qualms with violating the court's orders because you're innocent, because you didn't do anything wrong. You were just doing your job. You have no problem trying to kick an officer. Your explanation about what happened is preposterous. It's on video. You have no problem lying to officers. It's happened multiple times. They're recorded conversations. It's just more lies. No objective person believes them.
You mean to tell me that not only did she bring camera crew to watch her violate the order, but then she lied about what happened on video? So she's trying to utilize the power of video while denying the existence of video simultaneously. I'll have what she's having. Yeah. She gonna sober up quick in the yard.
At the end of the day, you cared about the jets, the podcasts, and the people fawning over you. You abdicated your position as a servant to the Constitution, and you chose you over all else. Yes, you are a charlatan, and you cannot help but lie as easy it is for you to breathe. You betrayed your oath for no one other than you. And this is what makes Miss Peters such a danger to our community. It's the position she held that has provided her the pulpit from which she can preach these lies. The undermining of our democratic process, the undermining of the belief and confidence in our election systems. It's not about questioning it. No one says you can't question, you can't ask. It's completely different. And if you don't understand that distinction, then there's nothing I can say or do here today that will change your mind.
I very much appreciate what you just said there, Judge. And I would like to throw back to something that I asserted just a moment ago when I talked about my frustration with the idea that because somebody has risen to a point in society where they have these relationships and they have this trust that people place in them is often used as a weapon in the criminal justice system in order to alleviate fault and minimize responsibility. However, when you have somebody engaging in this kind of behavior who is in those positions to affect and influence the rest of us, the ramifications are more severe of the damage that they are doing, which means they should get more.
So the damage that is caused and continued to be caused is just as bad, if not worse, than the physical violence that this court sees on an all too regular basis. And it's particularly damaging when those words come from someone who holds a position of influence like you. Every effort to undermine the integrity of our elections and public's trust in our institutions has been made by you. You've done it from that lectern the voting public provided you with. Everything you've done has been done to retain control, influence. The damage is immeasurable. And every time it gets refuted, every time it's shown to be false, just another tale is weaved. So I'll begin by saying I've considered all of those purposes of staying of an execution of a sentence. I've mentioned all of them here generally in my comments already, and I find that a stay of any sentence I impose would be wholly unwarranted. All cases have a possibility of reversal on appeal, no doubt. I'm at peace with all of the decisions I've made here. If anything, I gave you and your counsel far too much leeway at times, but the rulings I made came after much consideration, incredible amounts of internal debate, and I trust in accordance with the applicable law. I consider the sentence here, in this case, what are available to me. Probation. Community corrections wasn't requested, but it wouldn't be an option in any event, and an incarcerative sentence to the Department of Corrections.
I know what I'm voting. You got jail? Y'all jail? We say jail.
Probation's focus is rehabilitation. That is for folks who have minimal criminal histories, low LSI scores like you, Ms. Peters, but where punishment isn't really on the table. It's about putting someone back in the community who's not at risk and giving them a chance to correct those things that brought them before me in the first place. Community corrections, which again isn't available, but nevertheless I'll mention, is another option that I could still order. It's much more stringent than probation, but it's not prison. And it's for folks who have even higher needs. Again, drug addicts, alcohol abusers, and the like. And prison is for those folks where we send people who are a danger to all of us.
Yes.
Whether it be by the pen or the sword.
Both.
Or the word of the mouth.
Yes.
Prison is where folks go, where punishment is what we're focused on.
Yes.
Because the crime committed is so significant that anything less would unduly mitigate the seriousness of the same. I mentioned before there are no mental health concerns. There's no good reason why you're here, Ms. Peters, other than these are all the active decisions that you made that cost our county significantly, but also more importantly, cost you greatly, Mr. Wood, all the members of the county who worked and trusted you when you asked them to do things that they did on your behalf. It's part of your lies. The expense, the toll is immeasurable. So putting you on probation when you have zero needs that would be met by probation is the very definition of unduly depreciating the significance of what it is that you've done, the harm that you've caused our community and continue to cause. Community corrections is the same, so prison is the only place that duly meets the purposes of sentencing in this matter.
Yeah! Yeah! Drag her for filth and then close the door. More him. Give him a show.
And therefore the sentence and judgment of the court is as follows. As to counts 1 and 4, the judgment and sentence of the court is 3.5 years in the Department of Corrections. Those sentences will be concurrent to each other. As to count 2, the judgment and sentence of the court is 3.5 years consecutive to counts 1 and 4. As it relates to the misdemeanor charges, count 8 is 120 days in the Mesa County Detention Facility, concurrent to count 9 and 10, which will be 6 months in the Mesa County Detention Facility, consecutive to the prison sentence. The reason those sentences are consecutive is because those sentences are, as the prosecution stated, directly related to what it is that you did here in our community, the damage you caused this community, the breach of your oath to the electorate in Mesa County. Your sentence will be followed by 3 years of parole. You have 2 days of pre-sentence confinement credit. Anything I missed? Anything else we need to address?
Judge, I think you missed a sentencing on count 6.
Oh, I'm sorry. Count 6 is criminal impersonation. That's also consecutive. That's 15 months to the Department of Corrections.
Yeah! Anything else I missed? Yeah, she got some more jail coming. I think she parked in a handicap spot out front. Give her some more time. I got a witness who said that she was out here selling my pillows on the black market out her garage. I heard she be eating cats and dogs. More jail.
So it's 8.5 years total, plus the 6 months for a total of 9 years of incarceration.
And I think the only other thing is the cost of prosecution, Your Honor.
Is there an objection to the cost of prosecution, Mr. Case? We could set it for hearing if you need to.
What do you say when you just got beat that bad? You know, okay, she could pay the cost of prosecution, but she got to pay cost of defense first. So we fine with her paying the cost of prosecution, but let me slip in the back real quick and get my check.
If you need to have time to respond to it, I can give you that as well.
Yeah, we do, because we don't understand how that was calculated.
Very well. I'll give you 21 days to file an objection to the cost of prosecution. You can consult that with the prosecutor. If there's an objection, we'll set it for a hearing. Nothing else. Mr. Case, anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. We have a motion previously filed for a stay, which I believe...
I just denied that.
Give this man a show. Give this man a show. Ain't no way I should be turning on my TV and watching Judge Judy falling asleep when Judge Matthew Barrett is out here saying what needed to be said and doing what needs to be done. Now, that was rough. That was rough, yet enjoyable. That was rougher than the mattresses that she gonna have to sleep on.
I have health problems that would not be treatable in the Department of Corrections. First of all, I need a magnetic mattress. I've been on that since 1995.
But this is the one point where I actually can't judge Tina Peters, because if they sentence me to 9 years in prison, I would ask for everything under the sun. Everything from foot massagers to the Pooh Bear that I had when I was 5. Don't judge. I'd be asking for blankies, pacifiers. My wish list would be out here reading like a Mark Robinson message board post.
The things that you will see in that story, those are not the words of Mark Robinson.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I very much appreciate the support. And as I mentioned previously, we got membership now. Yes, it was something that you guys suggested, and a suggestion that I took and moved forward with. And it's something I'm really super excited about. That's going to give me the ability to give people early access to videos and ad-free experience, and also be able to record things on the go when I'm not necessarily in my perfect environment. I have something I just want to drop in real quick. I have the ability to do that. The ability to give you guys deep dive investigation pieces, some of the stuff that may not necessarily be topical, but stuff that deserves your attention. And of course, some of the uncensored content as well, because Lord knows the kind of stuff that I have to cut out of my videos can make pieces in and of themselves. Well, now I have the ability to do all of that. So sincere thank you to everybody that has joined the channel already. I can't wait to see where this goes.